Yes, that's right. Keep the plastic cups coming because we are back with another episode of Below Deck, season 11. All right. I am Sasha, your captain. And of course, I am joined by my co captain, my co host, the one that makes us glad when we're mad. Chappell is here.
Oh man, Sasha, thank you for having me back here as your co-captain. I'm sorry, I'm loving talking about this show with you. I was having an interesting day. I was like, today's been kind of sluggish, but I know now that we're about to have a good time because this episode was foolish. These people are foolish, and this is the type of drama that I like. So let's talk about it.
Period. Okay, we're both having weird days, but listen, we were so excited to come on and talk to all of you. So it's just thank you all for being bright spot in our crazy ass day. That's why we
Mhm.
took longer to start. Oops. But it's fine. Okay, it is what it is. Y'all know who we are. But before we get started, of course, you know what time it is. Leave us a 5-star review. Help us out. We're really appreciating all the new reviews, so keep them coming. We're trying to get to 250. We're really close. All right. Just get us to 250. And we're also, just so you know, trying to figure out how to get all of these cast members maybe to come on the pod. So let's see.
Mm.
We'll try to make something work. Okay. And with that, I think let's get into it because I can't keep the mess at bay anymore. We started with Barbie and Frasier,
Mhm.
and they really try to play it up, right? Woo, it's horrible. Da da da. Barbie immediately falls back and she's like, I need to grow up. Who do I think I am? Chappelle, did you think she was being sarcastic? Because I did.
It did. It felt like, oh, I'm such a bitch. I'm so awful. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But she does tell Fraser like, but I hear you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
get it. Like, it feels like she's almost projecting that onto herself. Fraser's in like,
Oh,
hey, you have bad attitude, and she's like, I'm a bitch. I'm horrible. I'm awful. Everybody hates me. And it's like, no, ma'am. I'm just saying, get your attitude together. So it felt like kind of like,
exactly.
like she kind of adjusted mid conversation. I don't know. I think that this episode was good for her as far as her growth when it came to the Frasier stuff. Now, it looks like in the next episode, they might be back to their old shenanigans, but this was a good, strong start for the two of them.
Yeah, I agree. I really felt like, okay, Barbie, like, I think sees that, hey, this is just the way I need to be, and that's all right, kind of deal. So I'm begging that somehow they get it together and it's maybe a Franken bite, maybe something else. Because listen, Barbie said, Sasha, I am made for you, right? If you've seen the Barbie movie, Barbie literally says, Sasha, I'm here for you. Literally, it's what happening because at the end of the night, Barbie goes, I think my soul is Jewish. And I was like, huh? And friend of the podcast, Jason Orch, did text me this last night and was like, did you watch it yet? I was like, I need to watch it tomorrow. Please don't tell me. And he's like, no, Barbie wants to be Jewish.
I was watching this, and I of course I thought about you as well because I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun to talk about with Sasha, because Sasha Barbie is telling us that she feels like her soul is Jewish, and that when she studies Judaism, that like that is really speaking to her, and and I'm very proud of her. However,
Hmm.
some of the things she cites as her reasoning, um, in Judaism, like you could speak to this. House, clothes, and sex, right? That's the three big ones.
It depends on your type of Jew. Like maybe she's citing orthodoxy. Listen, there is like a fun thing I used to like to do. Just so folks know, like I'm like a professional Jew, as in I work for Jewish orgs. But anyway, yeah, some of the things like we used to joke about is like on Shabbat, which is Fridays, like it's a mitzvah or a good deed to have sex. Like you're commanded to have sex, but the asterisk is that like you have to have sex to have a child and
Procreate.
etc. Yeah, and it's like it's a man and it's very much actually old school, but it is in most wedding contracts that like sex is a reason you can divorce if
Oh.
you're not being pleased as a woman. So
Hmm.
she's not wrong, but she's wrong. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, it just sounds like, look, I'm not gonna make light of it because I know she was joking.
Yes.
It's not like she saw that and was like, boom, that's for me because
Hmm.
whatever. That sounds relatable, like something like anybody would be like, oh, that sounds good. The big three, house, clothes, sex, let's do it. But she's
I
been
mean,
to
same.
Israel.
When I need to tell my husband that. Did you know?
Yeah, but she said she's been to Israel. She said, it's like she's brought the tears when she goes. It's kind
So
of it felt really cool hearing her talk about it because you could tell she's passionate.
yeah, I do have something to say about that because she specifically talked about going to the wall, right? And the wall is a moving experience, however contested it may be, right? Like we're this is not the podcast for that, y'all. And I understand the nuance with it. I accept it.
Hmm.
And there is this thing what folks will call the Jerusalem effect. Where
Okay.
when you're in Jerusalem, something happens. Like people, and I mean this like in the best way. Like I because I feel like I'm so embedded in this, I can say that. But like, there is something that happens where you're just like so swept up with
Hmm.
the history, right? And I don't think it matters your religion. It's just because it's the holy site for so many people that I feel like something like happens in Jerusalem that doesn't happen in any other city. I
Hmm.
feel. And maybe it's like the vibe, it's like so old and it could be anything, but like yeah, I forget what the exact name is, but it's like Jerusalem effect happened. So that's why I was like, girl, now you falling for that.
Oh, well, do you think that's what it is? Do you think it's potentially because Kat's in the chat is saying it's giving
Yes.
falling in love on vacation, and a lot of people know that feel like of being so swept
Yes.
up in the atmosphere, in the romance, in the like it's all so grandiose. It's kind of like you feel like you're in it, and then you leave, and you're like, I want more of that. And
Yeah.
so could it potentially be chasing that, or do you feel like maybe this is just a big choice that she's ready to make?
I think both, right? Judaism, that's why which is why I do think she's thought about it. She says later to Kyle, right? But I'm not ready yet to make
Yeah.
that change because conversion is not easy. Like Judaism, you have to like really talk to the rabbi a lot. And, this is traditionally they do turn you away a certain amount of times.
Hmm.
And then you have to keep coming back after they turn
Yeah.
you away to show that you're serious. So it just felt like she knew a little bit more, And I have to say, I find it really funny also because the creator of Barbie, the toy, is also Jewish. So
Oh,
it's just,
okay.
yeah, like Ruth Handler, I believe is her name, right? Ruth something. Anyway, is Jewish and Barbie is named after her child, Barbara. So I find it all so funny and so like cute that I needed to call it out because I was like, say more, Barbie. Like, do I need to talk to you? Do we need to be friends now? Maybe I should invite her to my resilient circle. I don't know.
Maybe, maybe. I mean, look, I'm starting to think that based off of what I've been seeing, you and Barbie would get along pretty well.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, listen, in India, I also had, help and maids. But it is what it is. Here we are.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lolly in the chat says, Jewish people are nice. Isn't that reason enough?
I mean, Sasha cool, you know.
I'm all
See, look,
right.
she the poster child right here. She
Oh,
like
Lord.
look at me.
Never. Never. I am one of one, baby. How many Indian Jews y'all know? Besides my family. Oh my word. But anyway, I just felt like that was cool. Okay. Now, yeah, that like wraps up Barbie's like personal life. But then, speaking of Barbie's personal life, Jared. Jared is a hot mess on this night out, and it just continues during the whole episode, Chappell.
Yeah, we talked about it last episode, but there's a moment where Jared's kind of being a little like he's drinking. You can tell he's a little moody, and you can see the moment where Barbie gets the ick. You can see it, like you see her face change, and then next thing you know, she's over there talking to Kyle, and she's like, "Yeah, this isn't gonna work." And so we see her on the ride back talking about, I'm sorry, y'all. It's just the Jared thing is not happening for me. I'm out on it. And it continues throughout the episode. Sasha, that moment, and you know what I'm talking about. The
Mm,
moment where he comes to her is just like, yeah, sometimes I'm sad, sometimes I'm mad, but whenever I see you, it makes me glad. And her facial expression, she looked like she could have jumped out of her skin and dove off the boat.
no, I think she wanted to throat chop him, right? She's like, I know people that can take care of people, and I almost called them on you.
Yeah, the look on her face. If someone looked at me like that, I'd probably just dissolve because she looked so upset. Like why? And he was saying a very nice thing, but I think it's those weird things where one, it's a little cheesy. She calls it out, but at the same time, once someone gives you the ick, it's really hard to
Oh,
shake
it's
that
over.
feeling. It's like
Yeah.
if you don't like somebody, it's really difficult for that person to make you laugh because it's kind of like everything that that person says annoys you. In the same,
Mhm.
someone else can walk in and say it with the same exact delivery, and you laugh at it, but because it comes from this specific person, it just doesn't hit the same. I feel like this was the moment Jared sees it, and he's just kind of like, yeah, that. Yeah, and I mean later on in the episode they make it look like that voice is playing in his head, but
Yes, that was so
it's
good.
it's a huge L to take. It was, and it's on camera in like HD.
Yeah, Jared is not cheeky. He's not
No,
Australian. Come
no,
on.
no, and isn't that wild though? Ben is like an asshole to Sunny, but it works because she likes Sunny. But Jared is like, you make me happy. Yes, even when I'm sad and having a
Nice
bad
guy.
day.
Hashtag nice guy trademark, right? So not
Right.
actually nice, if y'all know
Right.
what I mean.
Right. Well, I mean, he's being nice, but then
Yeah.
like he will cite this for every time he's a jerk in the future and say like, "Oh,
Yes.
well, y'all hate nice guys because blah blah." But it is such a it's such a like a display or
Yeah.
exact example of it's not about what you say or it's about who says it and how that feel about you specifically. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get away with doing those things, Jared. That's not what Barbie's looking for you. Whereas for
Mhm.
Sunny, she like those things don't really, she'll love those things about Ben, but it works because she's really attracted to Ben.
Exactly. And I think like Ben gaslit her, right? He was not
Yeah,
being
he did.
sloppy. He wasn't like, oh, going around everywhere, like almost in the water. Like, why was Jared in the water, right?
Yeah.
And struggling because he's fighting a lot of demons. And I think that's my umbrella term. I feel like for this episode, everybody need therapy.
Yeah.
Go to therapy, all of
Go to
you,
therapy.
because it's obvious Jared is stressed the hell out. We know from last episode, right? Can't talk to his daughter. Now we find out that if he misses his schedule, he risks losing all communication. And that's so sad to me. Like, can't there be a better way to have a better relationship? On Watch What Happens Live last week, right? It didn't seem like that the relationship has gotten any better. So, shucks. And it seems like he's ran out of data.
Okay, so the way he talks about his communication situation with his kid is that he says it was very just like professional when he was talking to
Yes.
Captain Kerry. He says like what was it? He used the term, it was something like, "Oh, I have to communicate ever so often or I will
Oh,
lose my."
yes.
Yeah, and I was like, it sounded almost like it was court ordered or maybe like it was like an official agreement. Like if I
Oh,
don't
I
hear
didn't
from
think
you,
of that.
and I don't think it might have been court order, but it might be in their agreement as like,
Yeah, that
the mother
text.
is probably like, I don't want you popping in and out of her life. So if I don't hear from you on these days at this time where I got her waiting or, whatever,
Oh, that's true.
maybe,
Okay, yeah.
maybe that because he feels really uncomfortable with the fact that he wasn't able to talk this one time. And you would think things come up, but for him, it felt like this was the end of the world. And so I was like, I wonder if this has kind of been, oh, that's what it is. He said, he also is trying to regain trust. And I
Yes,
was like,
yes.
"What do you mean by that?" We like, what exactly is happening? Because the way it was painted to me was that they had a relationship, they broke up, she had a baby, and he hasn't seen her since the baby has been born.
He said that he wasn't the kindest, right? I can't remember now if he said it
Mm,
on the episode or on Watch What Happens Live, so apologies, but he's definitely mentioned that, like, it it came off to me like he first didn't want anything to do with the kid or wasn't
mm,
100% sure, etcetera, and then it's kinda, like, working his way back.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
how, yeah, it's giving. So yeah, I agree with you. I think there's just a lot of ambiguity, and I think there is just he's not giving us all the info to connect the dots.
Yeah. Oh, it was like if you don't adhere to the schedule. And I was like, that sounds like something like you saw in an email, like that someone
Yes.
told you officially that you need to adhere to this exact schedule. So yeah, it was just a moment to me, right? I was just kind of like, huh, okay. All right. And I'm because I can see that he's spiraling, right? And he's
Mhm.
drunk to where he's hungover the next morning, and Captain Kerry notices and immediately pulls him to the side, like, okay, let's talk about it because something's going on. And Captain Kerry apparently has lived his life too.
Yeah, and that we, like, had heard before, right? That, like, oh, he
Mhm.
had to work his way back, but so I think this is a beautiful, like, mentor that Jared can have, but I don't know about y'all. Again, y'all tell me, but, like, it felt that Jared was using Captain a little bit too much, almost as like a
Ooh.
therapist and not as a boss. Because he talked to Captain 3 different times from what we saw, right? At check-in. The first time, you're right, Captain maybe asked, but second time he's like, Captain, I need to talk to you. Then third time it was again like, hey, I just need to check in because of their issue with the provisioner. So Thundercats
Mm.
is right? Like Jared is not cheeky and just like is a mess. And Big T also says like it's a mess and I'm not understanding what's going on with Jared. And I think he needs to like breathe.
Yeah, Tara in the chat. Thank you, Tara. I really want to talk about this. Captain
Yes,
Kerry is my new
please.
fave. I love him. Of all the captains I've seen on Below Deck, I think I'm up to 4 now. Glenn, Jason, Sandy, and now Kerry.
Yeah, you've seen all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
besides Lee, but it's fine.
right. But I'm sorry, Captain Kerry's he's
Yeah,
kinda a boss. This
100%.
this is incredible. The relationship that he has, even going to talking to Jared that day, right? And telling him, like, I've been there. And sometimes you have to separate yourself from this. If you can't keep your head in the game and not be hungover at work, maybe it's time for you to leave work. You need to go handle your life issues, right? And then I'm like, okay, cool. We see him talking to Fraser, and him and Fraser have a great relationship. They check in all the time. This is the most communication I've
Mhm.
ever seen. He does the walkthroughs with the crew, like, hey, okay, this is different, but he's, it's so good. I'm almost like, what was he like? How did he change so much? Because I don't think he was this great on the season prior. Everybody was saying, like, in Adventure, he wasn't like this. So I don't know if he just did like a lot of soul searching or what, but he's
Mhm.
so good.
Yeah, I think there's a way to like see yourself and grow. So it in Adventure, I don't think he was shit, if that makes
Mm,
sense. I think it was more that he was too aloof and
mhm,
the people he had were not good. So the aloofness with the fools that he had was I think the issue for me at least.
mhm,
Like he never came off as like he sucks or he's anything. So I do think that this is where he realized, okay, I need to course correct. He does talk about how he read a lot of self-help books, right, to save himself with his like relationship with his kids. But I do think that there's a way for him to really like be a good manager. And this is what we want from Sandy, right? Where it's not that you need to be in the sauce as much. It's more that like you need to empower the heads of your department a little bit better. And that's what I think he's doing like bar none. Like he's so good. And Big T says it right. Yeah, a lot more one-on-ones than I remember seeing with the captain. I agree because he shifted the dynamic. That's what it is. You
mhm.
you you go to the captain now when you're struggling or when you're about to maybe be in trouble instead of going to the captain when the issue has already happened.
Right, because he tells them, "I wanna know all the stuff. Like, I don't want
Yes.
to be surprised by anything. If there's something going on, tell me." And I think that's maybe why Jared feels so comfortable going to him. Now,
Mhm.
obviously, like I said, there's a lot going on with Jared in this episode, so maybe he just need, like you said, a mentor, but also this is his job, right? So by going back and saying, "Okay, Captain Kerry, I heard you this morning. I was definitely hungover, but I get what you're trying to say, and I'm gonna do better." I think that's the kind of stuff that Captain Kerry really appreciates, right? Because he looks very proud of them throughout the entire episode.
Yes.
Whereas Captain Sandy was just, I mean, she was just missing everything last season. I mean, there were just full out knockout, drag out fights on the boat, and Captain Sandy was just nowhere to be found.
And her and Toomey, I don't think like had that relationship, right? Like Captain
Mhm.
Sandy just I don't think like brought her in the same way. And Frasier had a horror his first year as well. So I think there's a lot of layers to it, but Captain this is still mostly attributed to Captain Kerry because if the ship was going bad, we'd still blame him. So he
Mhm.
deserves all the good as well.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and, like yeah, and Frasier and him have a good conversation. I think he also gives good info back, right? Like, he doesn't just do Captain Sandy sometimes can do the, like, Google quote copy paste moment,
Mhm.
versus it very much feels like with Captain Kerry, he's, like, giving person-specific advice where he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad to hear Barbie's doing well." Like, yeah, so you are sensing an attitude change, right? Like, he's
Mhm.
almost, like, doing good mirroring, all good managerial tactics, basically, like, what I'm hearing is. So, all good things to you, Captain
Mhm.
Kerry. So, shout out to him. And then, of course, the interior is mostly okay, but then, okay, Xandi is like the star. Are
per
you
usual.
happy that she is second stew?
Yeah, like she was the obvious choice, right?
Yeah,
Because
same, same.
Frasier is beefing with Barbie half the time, and then Cat. Oh, Sasha, what
I Cat gotta go.
Cat gotta go. I
Yeah.
look, I who are me to try to take this woman's livelihood away? But at the same time, this is like there's no growth. There's no growth in this episode at all. We see Xandi having to show her how to put the trash bags in the little trash cans, how to make the beds. This is the third charter, I think, of the
Mhm.
season. How many beds have you not made to where you're still learning how to make the beds?
And I feel like it's silly things, right? Like the tucking it in. I understand maybe the folding the corners might need more help, but tucking the bed in, be
I know
for
how you
real.
Yeah, it's tough because I like I said, I don't want to be like, get her out of here. But Xandi is now really having to take a leadership role, but she can't do it because she's having to go and redo Kat's work as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, this is a bad episode for Kat. Like if we're
No,
looking
this
at
is
who's gonna get
done. Yeah.
fired, Kat is moved up to my number one on the list.
Yeah, I think we get a Jared quit and a Cat firing. I feel like it has to happen because this is just it's terrible and it's not fair. It's not fair to Xandi and Barbie, right? Like in different ways that have to kind of stick up for her because we do see on the night out Cat, yeah, like we have a throwaway line, right, where Cat is like, "No one likes me" in the hot tub, and Xandi is like, "No, no, no, everyone loves you. Like, what are you talking about?" So enough, right? Like enough with the coddling. I feel like you have to also step up. I think it's okay to have personal issues, but you got to be good at your job. And
Mm,
it's not fair to Xandi because Xandi's like, I'm so stressed out. I don't know what to do. And I constantly have to redo work. It would piss me the hell off.
Yeah, Xandi gets the nod from Fraser. This is her second in command, and she's like, "I like doing my job well, but I also don't like a lot of attention on me." And so now
Mhm.
she's the face of if things aren't going right and Fraser's not around. Now Xandi is the one who has
Yep.
to answer to it, and so yeah, she's in a tight spot, and Kat's putting her there. Also, Barbie does not seem to. I'm telling you, Sasha, there's something there between Barbie and Xandi. They almost
You're right.
never talk on any of the episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something it's that's weird. That's weird to me. I don't get it.
No, I think I'm with you as well. Where Xandi's like, I don't need to strive to prove my worth, and Barbie is very much like, well, Xandi's so far Fraser's ass. Like, of course, I'm not going up there. So of course, blah blah blah. So it's just giving either something happened or Barbie's like, y'all are ass kissers, and I don't like that. So
Yeah.
obviously, we can't be friends.
Right. But it's like, okay. So she thinks Xandi is an ass kisser and Kat's incompetent. Xandi thinks that Kat's incompetent. We don't know what Xandi thinks about Barbie. But I mean,
Mm-mm.
it's so weird to me that the three of them work so closely together. They've each had moments with Kat, but you like maybe one scene where Xandi and Barbie actually had to have a conversation. And I'm just kind of like, what is it
Barely.
about these two that is just not clicking? And Barbie says, like, well, in my mind, I'm second Stu anyway. And I'm thinking, Barbara, come on, man. Why are you doing this? What's going on?
Listen, she says she's not Jewish yet, which checks out. Listen, because we gotta forgive. We have a whole day just to forgive.
She'll get there. She's working on it.
Yeah. Listen, bless her heart. No, I one day it'll come out, right? It has to come
Mhm.
out. Or this is again a question for us to ask Xandi, hopefully, when we get her on the pod. Um, and we do get a moment where Xandi says, "Can't teach a cat new tricks."
She's doing the same old tricks again. It's I really I like Kat as a television character. I'm sure she's a nice person
Yes,
in real life. But as far as somebody to work with, this would be exhausting. And then
she's better than me.
it's also Sasha, I don't want to pick on anybody, but it's also the tears. There's only so much. It's only so much I could take before I'm like, y'all call me when the tears have stopped. Almost every day. Fraser says he's
Yep.
crying nearly daily. And I'm just like, I couldn't even imagine walking in and being like, "No, it's fine. No, everything's fine. It's gonna be
And
okay.
that's
We
her
love you."
roommate, so she
Yeah,
constantly probably has to coddle her.
yeah.
Oh my god. No, I couldn't do I'm not a, like, I'm an empathetic person on the inside, but I don't know how to show it. So I
Mhm.
think I'm very much the, like, tap tap on your back person,
Yeah,
unfortunately. I'll help you plot your revenge quickly, but I'm
yeah.
not the one maybe you come for a warm hug.
I'm not good at empathizing. I'm more like the cheer you up guy. And I know
Yeah.
this about me. That's like a character flaw of mine. It's like if you come to me crying, I'm like, "What do you want a shot? You want to dance? What do you want to do? You want to go? Let's go out.
Yeah.
Let's forget about this." Whereas in reality, you probably want somebody to sit with you in those feelings and talk to you and listen. And I'm like, I'm listening, but wouldn't it be funny if we laughed as well? Like you want to talk about, you want to do jokes and stuff. So it really, yeah, this the cat situation. I really want, like you said, everybody come need therapy, but I really want her to get it together, because she has no issue letting her emotions
Mhm.
out, but it's still interfering with work, and I just need her to get her head in the game because she's not tapped in.
Yeah, 100%. Lolly is killing me. Nothing like work ethic advice from a person with 4 maids. Ah, Lolly.
Listen,
Oh god. Yeah, and, cats with a K, okay? Because you don't have to apologize. We don't, allow apologies like that in this chat. So anyway, Cat with the K says, "Frasier said, 'I trust you' to Xandi in front of everyone, and that was a burn on Barbie." Agreed. He's
yeah,
shady. He shouldn't have said that. But I think it's also not fair to, like, dull other people's shine when
hmm,
because you're afraid of how, everyone else will take it. Like, if something good's happening to Chappell, I'm never gonna be like, "Well, what about me?" Like, I'm gonna be like, "Oh
yeah.
my god, how great. He deserves this."
Yeah, and vice versa, and so it's yeah, I feel like at some point you have to be able to give Xandi those stripes and say,
Yeah.
look, you've earned this. And if Barbie doesn't like it, Barbie needs to step up next time. Maybe, there'll be other opportunities for her to show that she should be second or on the next charter or something like that. Maybe I, start to rotate them. Who knows? But right now, Xandi is the star and everybody else has to get in line.
Yeah, 100%. So that kind of wraps up the interior, like specific issues. And then exterior, Jared and the towels. Huh?
The boys, he's spiraling. He's spiraling. Is he asking for beach towels?
Yeah, I think he's asking either for beach towels or pool towel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like
Yeah.
outside towels. Yeah, the long ones.
Yeah. Well, this shouldn't be like he's now escalated it so far in his mind because he calls asking for blue towels.
Blue
And they
or
say,
white, I think the
yeah,
text said. Yeah.
well, I think it started with blue. And then it became blue or
Oh.
white. And then by the end, he was like, I just need towels. And they sent yellow towels over. I'm thinking, I mean, I just really feel like his attitude was getting so much worse that by the end, when you're irritable and customer service isn't doing what you want to do, that
Yep.
kind of clash, it was too much. This wasn't a good look for Jared. This entire episode was kind of off for him.
Yeah, again, I just think he's a classic, like, I'm having a bad day, I'm a dumper on
Mhm.
everyone like, it's unfortunately so textbook, it's sad. So, yeah, that's exactly what I think was happening here, but the provisioner she said, "Excuse me, I don't think this is how you chat with people, especially people you need a favor from."
Mhm. Yeah, line them up.
I mean, I thought the text was rude too, because I just feel like there's a way to be like, "Hi, hope you're having a good day." It doesn't bother. Like, what does it take from your day to just be like, "Hope you're doing good. I would really appreciate if we could figure out some towels. Our colors are blue and or white. Like blue first preference, but like we're desperate." Right?
Right.
That's all you need to say, I feel. And then
Yeah.
let them come to you with the options.
Right. Come hat in hand. They say you catch more bees with honey.
Yep.
Be nice, maybe, and see what happens. And it's so ironic, or maybe I guess it's coincidental, that Jared's having this issue with customer service because he's being rude, only for the primary to show up and just be. This is the rudest group of people that I've seen on Below Deck in a little bit. And
This
so,
is it,
yeah,
Chappelle.
this is what you've been waiting on.
Me and the peanut gallery have been praying for this day, and it's
Mhm.
here, baby. Because the towels be damned, because we're having a preference sheet meeting, and Captain Kerry says that we have real estate folks from Iowa coming in. Tina is the highest of the high maintenance primary. Her husband's name is Rich, and they're traveling with Tina's business partner Mike and his wife, the queen, the mess, the fool, Eileen. All right, and you were like, okay, this is it, cool, whatever. And then we get the strike one. Please do not hand Tina a champagne glass. She prefers only to drink out of plastic.
Did she say why, or was it just like, nah, I just do plastic cups? Like,
Uh-uh.
what's her thought process? Because I've seen someone say a long time ago, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that at restaurants they like to ask for plastic silverware because they don't trust the dishes, like
That
the person,
makes
the
sense though.
dishwasher.
I would do that. I
Okay,
think I'm like a little bit more averse of like I always at restaurants, I always think about, wow, this has been in so many mouths and now it's going
right.
in.
Yeah. So do you think that's what's going on? Is that she's like, because she doesn't ask about plastic silverware, just
Yeah, that's
cups.
what I'm saying. I felt that it was a little bit like I just want like a disposable thing that it's like a use and throw.
Mm. So, that's pretty bad for the environment, Tina.
Yeah, what they got going on in Iowa. If you're from Iowa, let us know. Is this a plastic cup of thing? Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, I think Lolly has the most correct answer. No, it's because she's rich and she can. It could be. It could be the production's like, how do we make this horrible? We need
Right.
drama. Come on.
Yeah, well, Tina also has some dietary restrictions, and I didn't think that the dietary restriction for me. I mean, it sounds like she's just like almost like vegan. She's like, I don't
Those
want any
are
meats.
if I'm out, those are my dietary
Right.
restrictions.
I was gonna say this didn't sound too crazy to me. I know the show was trying to make it seem like it was awful, but she's just like no meat, no eggs. Now there was an odd thing she said about if she wants lobster, it has to be cold.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. It was weird, but like I said, as someone that keeps kosher, I do have a problem with the food touching, right? Because there's a
Hmm.
moment where she says, like, make sure you don't use the meat, the tongs for the charcuterie board and the meat. I would say that
Yeah.
actually, or I would be like aware of it, because I don't want to like make people irritated, so I just wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, I mean, Sasha, you and I, we're the two people you should probably be talking about this, right? Because you
Yeah.
remember what happened to me in New Orleans, right? I'm like, yeah, I can't eat shrimp, but cross contamination shouldn't be an issue. It definitely is. Like so don't use the tongs on the shellfish if you're gonna use it on my food. So I get that,
Yeah.
but Tina, also, you coming in with very specific dietary restrictions. I think that, these people are going to go out of their way to make sure that you have a safe
Yes.
eating situation and that you are fine. The least you could do is be nice.
That I think is the issue because Frasier even says, "Why is her face like that? Is it stuck?"
She was
Right?
like,
Like, no, that was me. Frasier's kinder than me, but it's just I didn't understand why she was so disrespectful and all of that to say is just she's coming off as entitled. And Big T says allegedly they live in an area where Tina is from, typical rich suburban stuck up people.
okay.
I think that checks out a little. But like I said, I was watching it and I was like, this literally is what I would say. Or I do
Yeah.
say when I go on vacation.
Yeah, but you're nice about it. That's what it really comes
Yeah.
down to, because eventually Tina's being a menace. The food comes out and she's like, ugh, like pointing at it, like, what is this? Like,
She's
ma'am,
literally pointing and laughing. I never.
right. What are you doing? This is the way people deal with service people. That's kind of
It's
that.
disrespectful.
But yeah, but that's a marker like that. That will have me judging you. I don't judge people for a lot of
That's an
things.
ick. That's an ick.
Yeah, if you get an attitude with somebody who is like an Uber driver or like somebody they're just trying to make their paycheck. They have done nothing wrong to you. They're just doing their job.
Hmm.
I'm like, I will run for the hills. And so Tina, she starts off kind of like, I'm like, I get it. The plastic cup thing, that's a little odd to me, but whatever. But as the episode goes on, she just escalates into somebody who I never want to see again.
Yeah, shows her whole ass, and you know they're gonna bring them back on a like
Got to.
25% discount now. Where and Tara bring this up. Do you Tara? Sorry, don't know how to
Right.
pronounce it, but uh, do you remember us talking about this? Because Tara says it. The food requests are fine. It's not like she needs everything in smoothie form. do you remember us talking about us as in Rob and I think I brought it up to Rob.
Yes, I remember you mentioning this, but every time I hear y'all say that, I just picture like gravy
Yes,
in a cup. But I don't want to picture that, Sasha. I've been
correct.
trying to kind of push that out of my memory because there's no way you can tell me someone is drinking their meal.
She
And I
wanted
get
steak, like, yeah,
see, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Stop it. That's not okay.
Yeah, she had jaw surgery.
I hear her, but damn, listen, yo, stop it. You don't. If you had jaw surgery, guess what? You don't get to have steak.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying you go get it in smoothie form. I'm saying steak is off limits for you. You cannot have it
Mhm.
until you can eat a normal steak. If you cannot eat a normal steak, steak is not for you. We have several things that you can eat. That is not one of them. If I see you
Cold
grinding up a
lobster.
steak,
I'm just kidding.
yeah, if I see you grinding up a steak to put in a cup, I'm going to die.
Yeah, it was horrendous, and the problem is she was the primary, so you can't even say anything.
Mhm.
So, but, speaking of the primary, Rich, okay, as we
Mhm.
sit down for lunch, right? And we have a little moment. I love Chef Anthony. I think we're finally getting a lot more from him, and we hear
Mhm.
about his dad. So he goes, "I have daddy behind," and then he
Hey,
starts cooking. I love him.
he's so funny. He's very funny. The conversation between him and Fraser when they're talking about how much they
Oh
love Captain
my
Kerry.
god.
Yeah. He's like our daddy on the boat. And Fraser says, "And who is your mummy?"
Me.
It's me. I'm your mummy. I was like,
I almost started this podcast like that, and I was like, "That's cringe. I won't."
it's funny. I give him
It's
credit. It made me laugh.
so funny. It's so funny. And also, I must say for us OG below deck, are y'all mad because the OG boat daddy is Captain Lee?
Oh. So Captain Lee's now retired out of it, and the new boat
Yeah,
daddy is Captain Kerry.
maybe. And Matt says, "And who's your uncle Bob?"
No, the
Oh
uncle
my
is
god.
the cat.
The uncle is the cat is the baby.
We talked about this.
Come on, keep up, guys. So yeah, then we have Rich, right? Because we're sitting down for lunch, and Rich and Eileen. I never seen people that hate each other more. And at first, I thought they were married because how they were like going at each other, and then I
Mhm.
realized, oh, that's the primary's husband.
The primary's husband is sick of Eileen. When they first off, they get on the boat. They go to the bar, they get in the tour or whatever, and Eileen says something like, "Oh yeah, like this is gonna be nice." And they're like, "Of course, Eileen, you found yourself at the bar already." I was like, "Damn, can she breathe? She ain't even grabbed the cup yet." Comma, but okay, they might be making some points because Eileen, she be drinking.
No, like I thought that that's a fake drinking. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't know people could actually slur like that in real life.
Yeah, I I mean, I can get to a point,
No,
but
you have been like,
yes, I
but
can get
not,
to a point.
but you have not been slurring.
I don't think I've ever fallen on my face in my adult life.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, well, can't relate, but but that's sober. Uh, oh my god, like I was like, this person is not human. You know what I mean? Like it felt like a caricature of like what you would create of a drunk
Yeah,
person.
it's like a cartoon. Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. What? Man, the primary's husband. He's like, "What drink you on? 5 or 6, Eileen?" I was like, "Damn, can she have a drink?"
Get
But
off her neck.
right, but no, actually, y'all might need to stay on this woman's neck because someone should have cut her off. I don't know. I mean, when something is all inclusive, I'm going to test the limit.
And
But
you
at the
pay
same
how much
time,
money for it? Be serious.
right, like I'm going to drink. But at the same time, at some point, the adults have to step in and say, "Eileen, I think you've had enough because it was sloppy."
Hmm. Horrible. And yeah, you wish you were here says, oh yeah, people be getting sloppy. Sloppy. This is another dimension, right? Like we like on the tier list, Eileen deserves her own tier. Like that's how
Yeah.
sloppy you are. Because this is horrendous. I agree, Tara. Like, I don't know why they weren't watering her drinks down. Immediately, I would have been like, it's time. She
Uh-huh.
got to drink water only. Tito's and water, but only water.
But only water. Hold
No
the Tito's.
Tito's. Yeah.
Yeah. When they do their excursion,
Oh,
it
why is she in the water? As a non-swimmer, I don't understand.
I felt so seen. I was like, I've been on a lot of trips and I've done a lot of excursions, and every time I'm like, I'll do whatever you want. Just let me have a drink or two beforehand, and I got you. And when I saw how drunk that woman was, I said, if she gets in that ocean, I can't even judge her because I too would have been in that ocean drunk as hell. And it just doesn't make any sense. Somebody get that lady out of that water. She's not safe.
No, did you see? I believe it was Eileen that they butt checked while they were snorkeling. That was
Yeah.
the funniest shit of my life. Because what do you mean you're snorkeling and you just hit her?
Yeah. Just hit her.
Like you don't
She,
see her?
she was in the way. Her drunk. They probably told her to move and she wouldn't do it because
Oh.
she's drunk. Um,
Because
this
she
was
said, I
when,
just gotta float.
yeah, this is when she's the fun drunk, right? It's right. But it's about to transition, right? They drag her out the boat. They're like, Eileen. She's like, can I get another water and yeah, Tito's and all this. Like she's asking for more drinks, and I'm just like, okay, but you can see the shift starting to happen right around the time they get to dinner.
Yeah, this is when she has completely gone off to the walls. And I didn't know drunkenness could be contagious because
Mm.
not only has she been piss drunk, her husband has locked himself in the bathroom and they have broken the like heavy duty glass.
Hmm. They're calling for engineers. Like, oh, can we get somebody down here? It's like, what's happening? The glass is falling over onto the floor. He's just like, oopsie, sorry.
And why is that man in jail?
Yeah, he's trapped
Like
behind.
he was like trapped in jail just staring around. I
How did
don't know
he
what to do.
how did he lock himself in there? How do you lock yourself in the bathroom?
That it felt like a sliding door, right? So like why are we locking a sliding door? Maybe he was trying to save himself from Eileen.
Mm,
Because Lord knows what that drunk was about to do.
she probably ripped the door off.
Oh
Like she ripped the thing down. Hey, Sasha, Nolan is in the chat.
yeah,
Nolan says,
hi
I don't
Nolan.
watch Below Deck, but should I start? Nolan, this is the place to be. If you want to talk about Below Deck, if you want to watch it, start here. Start right. Just jump right in. You don't need no backstory. Sasha and I'll explain it all to you. Sasha's a pro.
Listen, in the chat, I mean, like we got this, okay? Nolan, do you like drunk people acting a fool? Then yes, Below Deck is for you. Do you like people hooking up with multiple people? Yes. Then
Mhm.
Below Deck is for
Exotic location, exotic people.
you. Iowa, very exotic
Iowa,
place.
very exotic.
That's where charter guests are from, of course. Rich people acting stupid. What's
Mhm.
not to love? So Eileen has just lost it. But then here comes the final mob boss, right? Because
Mhm.
Eileen is drunk. We have freed Eileen's husband. I don't understand why Mike don't beat Rich's ass for talking
Oh,
to
his
Eileen like this.
because he know Eileen. He know his wife. He brought her on this boat, and they've been texting in the group chat that she not in. Rich, you need to do something. Like Mike, get her together because if she start acting crazy, we not gonna go for it. He's like, you know how she gets, and she just likes to have a drink or two. And they probably been warning him all week, like, don't let Eileen get her ass on this boat. And the whole time he probably thinking, hell, Tina ass is rude. Like, this is
That's
you want
what
to talk
I'm
about.
saying.
Yeah, you want to talk about wives? Let's talk about your wife, so
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand how he is not fighting all of them together. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? Should have been like, you and your dumbass plastic cups, you hate turtles, just say it. And you, and you. What are you gonna do? You already on the boat. They already paid.
Right. Yeah, fire him up. Let the chopper sing. Just start shooting off shots. Boom, boom, boom. You get some, you
Stand
get some,
up,
you get
Mike.
some. Yeah. He
What the
sick of
heck?
Eileen too. That's really what it come down to. He
You're
tired of her
right.
ass. He tired of her
He's like,
ass.
yeah, I had to lock myself in the bathroom. I don't understand. Okay, I'm getting really angry, but it's fine. Okay, because I wish you were here. You're correct. People with way too much money get away with everything. All right, I don't understand. No, I mean turtles. As in, because save the turtles.
Yes.
Anyway, the chat is be confused, y'all. So of course, Monte Carlo night kind of goes off well. The food is fine. Tina eats really weird, and that gives me the ick.
Oh, what do you mean? What was she doing?
Why does she eat bigger than her spoon? Like, it's
Oh,
the spoon is very full, and it doesn't look good. I hate
yeah.
it. I hate
It
it.
gives you the ick. You can't watch it. You can't
The way
see
she
it.
was eating that lobster, send it back.
Wait, did Tina eat the cold lobster?
Yeah, I think she, like, just had or, like, she, like, it was
What is
not
cold?
good.
But can you eat cold lobster?
You gotta tell well, neither of us can
Yeah,
answer.
we would know. We would
Chat, please
know.
let us know.
Sushi enthusiasts in the chat, tell us
Not
if cold
me,
lobster is a
not me.
thing.
Like I said, I'm eating french fries at that dinner because I don't
Yeah.
like sushi, and I can't eat lobster.
Okay. But listen, that food, Sasha.
But it yeah,
This chef, this
correct.
chef here, this
Correct.
chef here, I can't do this every week, Sasha. That man is putting his whole ass foot to the ankle in these meals. This food looks so good. That French onion soup looked amazing. That teriyaki chicken looked amazing. The sushi, the lobster, it all was beautiful. I'm talking about. I was like, dear God, is he just like, could I hire this man tomorrow? Like, if I wanted to like have a birthday party catered, could I get him? Because he is an artist. I have nothing but praise for this chef. Since the first
Period.
episode where he was like taking forever to get the food out, that was the last complaint I've had. Since then, he can do whatever he wants. And
And
amazing
then
food.
complaining that it's 45 minutes, I'm assuming whole for the dinner because we didn't get a like, "It's been 1 hour since the next
Uh-huh.
course." I'm assuming it's 45 minutes for the whole dinner because someone it felt like Tina, but, maybe I won't assign blame because it was, like, in the ether. Someone was like, "I have
Mm.
3 kids. I don't have time for a 45-minute meal. It takes me 15 minutes." Then why did you pay for a
Right.
fine dining experience?
Right. Because in your 15 minutes, you are not cooking what he cooks. There's no way you can do what he did in 15 minutes. Sorry.
It's giving frozen food. No, you know why
Right.
it's 15 minutes? Because your chef probably made it all and was just sitting
Exactly.
there.
Exactly.
Stupid.
Exactly. You warm that shit up. That this man is in there creating art. Okay, I'm about ready to go to bat. I'll fight for Anthony. Chef
Yeah,
Anthony. Yeah,
same.
like say run up. Y'all got an issue? Leave
We're
the
the
comments in the
mommy and
chat.
daddy.
Yeah, it's us. And Anthony is the baby, you know.
Period. And the cat. And the uncle. No, I'm just kidding. The uncle's the chef. So yeah, like literally, yeah, the chat is like giving us different variations. Tara said lobster's overrated, but Thundercats and Nolan said that like you can eat it cold and it's fine. Um, yeah, I don't eat seafood, but isn't ceviche cold? Right. Is
Yeah.
it a lobster ceviche? Or shrimp? I don't know, y'all.
There's definitely shellfish in ceviche because I don't
Oh,
touch it.
okay. See, I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, we got the dietary restrictions here for you. So yeah, I guess,
Yeah.
but I guess to even say I want cold food itself, Sasha does nothing for me. So cold lobster just
Same.
doesn't sound just
Same.
yeah, not my thing, not my thing.
Yeah. For me, it's just I think I eat a lot of Indian food. Actually, I only eat Indian food, let's be serious. So, like, I need, like, the flavors to slap me or it's bland, right? That
Yeah,
it's my toxic trait, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, for Nina, welcome to the chat. It's a cold lobster on a roll is delicious.
cold
They
lobster salad.
yeah. Oh, salad, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Okay.
love this. Cat has shooters for lobster has shooters, rather, I should say.
I used to eat lobster, y'all, in a past life before God said humble yourself. You know.
Maybe God said you should be Jewish.
I do like clothes
Oh my god. Yeah, and the house.
and sex.
And sex, correct.
Yeah, the big three.
Oh my god. Can we just start saying that's our big 3?
Yeah,
Clothes,
that's
house, sex.
below deck RHAPup, big deck energy, clothes, house, sex.
Oh my god. My husband likes shrimp and lobster and seafood in general, but he said it has to be for him doused in like all the spices. Like he can't eat the like um non-Indian way of eating it.
Right,
I was
gotcha.
trying to say a nice thing. Lolly said, and you're nice too.
You see it, Lolly.
I'm crying. But yeah, anyway, listen, chat. This is why we have the chat. Y'all gotta let us know how these things work because
Mhm.
we're unfortunate. We would be great on below deck. So if
Yes,
producers listen to us between kosher and a shellfish allergy.
right. And agave. So,
Oh
I'm
yes,
I'm
look
like, "Oh,
tequila.
what kind of shot is that? I'm sorry, I can't I
He's
only like
lying.
my I don't like my whiskey drank out of a cold cup of a
That's
plastic cup.
true. And we are pretty ridiculous drunks.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, we would be fun. We'd be fun.
yeah.
Get us on below deck.
Come
That'll be our
on,
come
production,
on.
please.
Somebody comp us a trip, you know.
Rob, come on.
Boat daddy Rob, come put us on a boat, Rob. Damn.
Please. Oh my God. This needs to be our clip so we can just
Yeah,
get
because send it to him and just like it's not for the internet, it's just for Rob. Like that time we went to Puerto Rico, that was basically a RHAP event, you know.
Mhm. Listen, we can ham it up a little. Me and my husband, for sure, I could be like, I love you, but like, we gotta fight a little bit, you know? Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I love this, Matt. Matt says Chappelle would get the crew in trouble for trying to make them shots. Actually, it would be
Okay.
me.
Okay. Yes, and okay. That's all I don't know what to say. I like to
Yeah.
take shots with people.
I actually think Matt Chappelle wouldn't get them in trouble for alcohol. He's a flirt. That would be the trouble. Because
Yeah.
I'm the bottle service girl.
Yeah, Tasha's walking around pouring alcohol. She did this at an event, y'all. She's walking
Yes.
around pouring alcohol into people. Well, stealing bottles and pouring them into people's
I
mouths.
have the VIP badge. I don't know what
She
you're
did not. She did not buy those bottles, and people were very drunk at the end of that night. I also have another issue that another itch I be having to scratch on these trips too. And so, if anybody can find me in the smoking section, we can have a good time.
But you'd have to get off the boat. Because I'm not getting in trouble for you. Throw him overboard. I don't care. Left him for dead. So anyway, help us out. Get us on below deck is the point. We're fun. Okay. Yeah, Nolan, we're ridiculous drunks. Come on.
Come on. Oh, Nolan will find out in Chicago at the RHAP live event.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, I am the enabler. Thank you. You wish you were here. Correct.
She is definitely an enabler.
Thank you. I will wear that with pride.
Okay, so I have to ask.
Let's move. Yes.
What do you think about Tina's reaction to Jared?
Was it Tina or was it?
I thought it was Eileen. Was it?
Yeah, Eileen or or Beth. I don't know.
It was drunk Eileen. Beth seemed like a nice person. Beth seemed like she had it all together. But I think this was drunk Eileen. I think drunk Eileen looked at Jared and was like, "Yeah, you ain't shit."
Why? Right? Because Rich is mad that the plates are being put down too loudly.
They're too loud. Even though his drunk ass wife is over there losing her shit. Tell your wife to.
Not only that, who are you, Riley Curry? Right? Like, you're too loud. Shut up. Right? Like, you sound like a damn fool. And then on top of that, why are you yelling at Jared? What has Jared done to you?
Nothing. She said, you lucky you look good because you don't got nothing else going for you. She said that to that man's face. Excuse me,
that is the bosun.
I would have walked over to Captain Kerry and said, something has to happen right now because I'm about to either put in my 2 minutes notice and then I'm about to light this mother up. It's bad because you have to be in the service industry. You have to be able to deal with stuff like that. But at the same time, you should never have to deal with something like that. That was a personal shot at him that had nothing to do with his service or anything. She was just drunk and just said that shit. And
you need Alcoholics Anonymous, but you don't see me saying that. That's
right.
Oh my God. But you can't say that.
I'd have been on her ass. Y'all, the confessionals from me, if I was Jared, this would have been a highlight reel from Chappell. It would have just been me going off on her.
It would have just been one loud bleep.
Yeah, you just see my mouth moving. Just like, you couldn't tell. I would not say nothing. Just expletive.
I would have had the Indian head not on 10, on a million. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And the problem is I have zero poker face. So I'm dropping the drink on her.
Yeah, it's a wrap. That's what I'm saying. The last day of work.
I'm going home.
There was another moment where they were very rude for no reason. I mean, they pretty much are just rude at this point.
With the hot tub. It comes later. Yeah. Where Barbara, if you're coming up here, you have to have a drink.
Yeah, she's like, hey, do y'all want some water? He said, don't make another trip without water and drinks. And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, do y'all want me to turn the bubbles on?" And they're like, "Barbara, hurry up," or some shit like that. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
"Hold on."
Eileen again. Barbara, hurry up. She said her name was Barbie.
She said, "Barbara, let's go." That's what it was. I was like, "Let's go." All I heard her say, "Let's go," but what in my brain, I saw her clapping her hands at her like, "Hey, chop chop."
Yep.
And that's the moment where you lose Chappell forever. Like, hold on, baby, slow down. Like I have to stop the presses, cut the cameras, dead ass. Like, it's a wrap. Like, man, Bravo would have been like, all right, you're not on Below Deck anymore, but we've given you your own show because
Correct. Correct. Oh my god. No, because I be like the amount of money I have, I could buy you and the boat, and then you're gonna be a bit. Oh my god. Like, there is no way. I'd just be like, I'm too rich for this.
It would have been my last day at work. It would have been, and then, oh no. And then we've been hard on Barbie in the moments that we feel like she
Mhm.
deserves it or whatever. Fine, whatever. We're just judging the television character
Yeah.
we see. This lady is a saint because they were so rude to her. But then when Eileen's drunk ass falls face first into the jacuzzi, not into the water, but into the actual side of the jacuzzi, it's just like pow. It happened. It was so loud I flinched at home. Barbie is the one who helps her to her room. I was like, bruh, if I'm Barbie, I'd have watched you fall down them stairs.
I would have been like, I'll wait here while you go down.
Mm-hmm. Bloop.
Nah, she is
She
a
better than me.
much better raised person. Whatever etiquette class and maybe Jewish school she went to, shout out to them, because I would never.
Yeah.
Never.
She's trying to help her down the stairs. And Eileen's like, I got it. I'm good. And I'm like,
After you
look,
busted your head.
I would have Lord, see, this is why, because I was like, that would have been the day. That would have been the day. I'd have had to convert too, so I don't have to go to hell.
Yeah, correct. Correct. All correct things.
Because I'd have watched that woman tumble down them stairs, and I wouldn't have flinched. I would have stepped over her like that damn Kobe Bryant meme. Stepped right up. Whoops, my bad. Sorry, didn't see you there.
I'm telling you, because what do you mean you just fallen? And the thing is, I would have been like, oh, too bad we don't have, I've fallen and I can't get up insurance. So you got to get off the boat.
Got to get off the boat. Sorry.
Something.
Sorry.
God.
It looks like a concussion. Maybe we should get you out of here. You and your family. Take all your friends. Take the primary. They all suck. I'm sorry. They just, at some point you have to stand up for the like, if you see your friend mistreating the service workers, stand up for the service workers. You know what I'm saying?
They're all shit, because then they remember how they gang up on Tina.
Yeah.
That was good karma too.
Yeah, Tina was being an asshole. It was time.
Tina starts eating the dessert, y'all, and it was the weirdest thing. Do you wait for everyone at the table?
Yeah, typically.
Me too.
Yeah, typically. I'm like, yeah. But here's the thing. If she had just tasted the dessert and didn't say anything about it, it wouldn't have been an issue.
You're right.
Before they even get their food, Tina already has tried the dessert and started complaining. I don't like this. It tastes like eggs.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you're right.
Like, lady.
I didn't think of that.
Sasha, did she have to eat the eggs outside for them to taste different?
You should have tried that. Should have eaten the eggs outside.
Because, indoor eggs versus outdoor eggs, it's not the same.
And they should have been medium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly the issue. We figured it out, guys.
But this dessert was not egg heavy. So Tina's lying. Okay, number one, it's a lie. But two, let these people get their food before you start complaining about it. I think that's why it started to irritate everybody else. It's like, baby, we ain't even got my plate, and you already telling me the food nasty.
And three, why you took such a big ass bite? Maybe you almost choked on it, and that's why it tastes bad. No, y'all should go back and see the bite. It's not normal. Yeah. And I'm not doing the whole like women should take dainty bites. I would be dragging a man a little bit harder than I am dragging Tina if I saw a man eat like that. Because like, why are you acting like you haven't had food in 7 days?
Right. You are not that hungry, ma'am. Act like you got some sense.
Yeah. And she just like put it like, oh my God, Tina. Have some sense. So of course she leaves. But here's the thing, right? She ends up leaving after they drag her to Phil. They're still talking shit about her. And guess who goes down? Beth's husband. Not her own man, because he's too busy dragging Eileen.
Yeah. Yeah. Beth's husband goes down and he's like, hey, it's gonna be okay. This, that, and other. This was weird. The only person who really felt like they cared about Tina crying, of all people, is Kat. Kat, ma'am, you need to focus on your job. I'm
Pull
sorry.
the damn sheets.
Be like, Kat, babe, sit this one out. Like,
if I was Xandi, I would become invisible. Can vampires become invisible? I've decided
mind.
they can.
Yeah,
so you should slap her. Invisible slap.
Yeah, just like, hey, Kat, I know that you empathize with her, and I feel that on a
One
human
crier
level,
to another, yeah.
right? But at the same time, Tina's ass is being rude, and you need to get downstairs and fold these towels because if you up here wiping her tears, I gotta go do your job.
No, you about to lose your job.
And this was a bad episode for Kat. I'm telling you, it was just like left
horrible.
And right. Yeah.
And like I just can't. Like shout out to Beth's husband, but Tina deserved to be left alone.
Yeah.
To cry.
She's being a jerk. Bye.
Yeah. And then like also we didn't talk about the hot tub. Someone said, I'm gonna pee right here in the hot tub. After we can see it from the top.
First of all, not only is it a see-through hot tub, but also why would you tell these people you gotta pee in something? This is equally nasty to the people who are having sex in the hot tub.
Correct.
Equally. This is no different. Keep your private fluids inside your body, inside the hot tub.
Like, it's disgusting. Have some coot.
And why are you saying it out loud? That is like
no. Why are you bragging on it? Like there aren't 20,000 cameras around.
Let's just piss in the hot tub. You're 46. Stand up. Grow up. What's wrong with you?
Kids would rather not do it. They just don't know any better, loser.
Ugh,
it's disgusting, and I hate it, and I wanna like these people to like meet their whole demise. Maybe they need to put laxatives in their breakfast on the last day. Is that legal?
No, Sasha, no.
Oh.
That might be bioterrorism. Like, I don't know if you
really?
I don't know if you can put body altering like
oh, come on. Are you serious? Listen, as a brown person, you have to be very aware of that kind of stuff.
Stop it. You can't drug somebody. Look.
Is it a drug?
A laxative is technically a drug.
Oh.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, because they're pills. You gotta get them prescribed a lot of times. Yeah. Like this is bad. You can't poison people. Me and you really sit here trying to figure out, okay, but can you poison someone?
And this is how we get in trouble because we Google it. And then it comes back to bite us.
We're like, oh no, Sasha, we could go to jail for even talking about this. Let's chill.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to do it because I don't care about people enough in that way. I will just cuss you out in front of your face and that's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's just all I have to say. Nolan is in shambles in the chat, by the way.
Yeah. Y'all, Nolan is new here. If you're listening to the audio version of this, we are live on YouTube every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and we have a live chat. And so we love to get to know you all. We love to talk, and you will be in on all the inside jokes and all the past below deck references. We're having a good time, so you have to come join us, and so you don't get left out of the conversation because this is a good one.
Yeah, I know the chat can always help you like to where to start, but Below Deck proper is of course the best way to start. And Kate Chastain, if you're watching The Traitors, comes on season 2 of Below Deck. So would recommend. 3 and Lolly has never lied.
Okay, Lolly low-key is the third host here because Lolly has just lined us up 3-ish. We be here around 3. Cats will be here. Like we have a solid group. So come join us. We have good conversations. We go off the rails a little bit, but it's always fun.
And it's 12 my time. So I do have to figure out my life before. Okay, understand that neither of us are on the East Coast.
Right. Right, exactly. It's not 3 for either of us.
Okay, so please. We're actually early, according to me. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. We do get, like you had said, Jared has that like montage moment, just like Nat had the season before of like being called out, like this is like sleep paralysis demon, right? Everything bad has happened to you in your life playing in your head so you can't sleep.
Mhm.
That's what was happening to Jared, and he starts crying, and that's where we end the episode. But I don't know, I think Jared just should leave. I'm sorry. I like him as a person, but
Do you think Captain Kerry mercy fires Jared?
please do it.
You think so? Because there's a lot of firing coming, right? And right now, Cat seems like the obvious choice. Jared might seem like the number two, but that's not a lot of firing. Like I thought we were gonna fire a bunch of people. So if Jared is quitting, then that don't count to me as a fire. I,
Mhm.
we could do the mercy shot though. You know, like Captain Kerry pulls him to the side, like, "Hey, bruh,
Yeah.
I think you need to go for you. You know, like I'm quitting for you." Um,
Mhm. I
which kind
think
of
that's what
sucks.
needs to happen.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but Jared's going through. Um, yeah, this is tough because he starts replaying all the f ups from the day, right?
Yep.
Um, what was it? Eileen telling him that he's lucky he's good looking because he's not good for anything else. Captain Kerry saying you can't show up to work with your head not in the game because it's not for safety and all this other stuff. Was it? Oh yeah, Barbie saying, you know,
Yeah,
like,
chill
"Get
out.
to the end, chill out, you're too cheesy." He's not talking to his daughter. He thinks he's
Mhm.
gonna lose his type of communication rights or whatever is going on with that.
Also, how do you run out of data? Get T-Mobile.
Yeah, what I don't know
It has
what's happening.
international plan.
They don't have Wi-Fi on this boat
Or at the
at the dock.
restaurant club thing.
Yeah, what are you talking I don't understand this. This is confusing.
Figure it out. It should have been written in your contract, Jared, first of
Right, like,
all.
"Hey, I got communication requirements," you know, like, "Can I
Yeah,
get this man a hotspot."
100%. Okay, please get it together. And a mini does ask, watch season 2 if we're new to the series and want to watch Kate after watching Traders. Yes. I would recommend like all of Below Deck, like starting season 1. But yeah, if you just want to watch like Kate specific, it's Below Deck proper, seasons 2 through 7.
Mhm.
That's when Kate has been on. And also, Below Deck Down Under is a fun one. Even season 1 was great. Stay away from Adventure. It's not canon. We
Yeah, we don't
don't
acknowledge
we
that.
don't claim her.
Mhm.
And stay away from Below Deck Med. I think it's okay.
I had a good time at the
No,
Med.
the older ones. Like this
Oh, okay.
it's crazy. There's a lot of drama. Hannah is a great chief stew, but you're just gonna get pissed off by Sandy, unfortunately. So
Mhm.
that's like I think what I would say about it. But chat, feel free to like let them know otherwise. Let me know. So that is it for this episode. We did have some stuff that I starred. So Matt first brings up, of course. Sorry for the semi spoiler. Was excited to see you for Jewish Queen Barbie. Listen, my friend spoiled it. And it was deserved. I loved it. Thank you for thinking of me, Matt. Okay. And of course, Lolly says, I'm glad Fraser and Kerry are giving each other a chance, but how many chances do you think before it's not working? I think they're
Yeah.
talking about Cat, of course, Lolly is.
Yeah, it's not this is it. This is it. I'm sorry. Like maybe by the next charter, you got to do something different. I think Xandi's going to speak up. I think Xandi's going to be like,
Yeah,
I can't live like this, and so we might be seeing the exit of Cat next week or in the next 2 weeks.
agreed. And then Tara with the line of the century. If there isn't more money, I don't want the extra stripe.
Tara, speak, preach, preacher. That listen, whatever this religion is, this is the one. This is the one. This
Yeah,
is the one.
this is the one.
Because
Correct.
what? Why would I want a title and more responsibilities without more money? What's happening here? What are we doing?
Could never be me.
Never, never,
Never. Phoebe.
never.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm,
Don't be
absolutely
dumb.
not.
Don't be stupid, okay? Everyone. Make your
Right.
money.
And don't
Um
let it make you.
Love it. And Nolan, you're too nice. Thank you. Thank you to all of you for just like following along because you know a lot of you have to message us. I feel like in these past few weeks that you don't watch the show, but you listen to the podcast. So
Mhm.
thank you to all of that. And then next time on, looks like Barbie and Fraser are gonna be back, like you said, to their old shit. And Kyle and Jared are gonna have like a weird argument where Jared is very pissed off that Kyle's tobacco kit or whatever is out and he slams it on his stomach. That's
Right.
your boss. You just can't do that.
Yeah. No, this is weird. This is weird. This is
Yeah.
weird. And
I feel
then
like you
they
could sue, sue
yeah,
someone.
yeah, this is that at that point I think the charter is now in danger, right? Like cuz it's like, oh no, this is a my supervisor just threw something at me. Like we got to talk.
Mhm.
Y'all about to name this boat after me. Uh I think that in the future though, we're going to see that they're going to talk about it. They're going to have some type of sit down and then Captain Kerry's going to show up and be like, "Hold on, what is going on?" And so I don't know if this is one of those things where Below Deck is blowing it up in the previews and it's nothing.
Mhm.
It's going to be really really good, so I'm excited.
Well, either way, I don't like you just don't throw stuff on
Yeah.
people. Like that's weird. And
Mhm.
again, it's giving like I'm mad at the world, so I'm gonna take it out on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big T, you might be right that this is the first time we mentioned.
Okay, I do have stuff to say about Kyle. Okay,
Yes, please.
this is my favorite Kyle on television so far.
Yes.
I've not. There's
Bars
not
in
another
hell.
Kyle. There's not another Kyle that I've seen on a television show that I like as much as this Kyle. This Kyle, it seems like a very nice guy. We
And I
know
don't think
he's
he gives a shit about anything. I
yeah.
love him.
All his stories are really cool, but we don't see a lot of him. He's always like, "Yeah, I got drunk and fell through a roof and broke a seal. I broke the ceiling one time. I broke a door or two. I broke a guitar." I'm like, where is this guy? He's always seems to be having a good time. He likes Barbie. We see that he gives her a place to sleep
Mhm.
when Sunny and Ben. We just completely brushed over that, but
Oh,
Sunny and Ben
right.
are
I mean,
yeah. Nobody cares. Listen, but Sunny and Ben are in bed. So I Kyle. I'm really sad to see that it's gonna be Kyle, the one who's gonna have to argue with Jared next episode because
yeah.
Kyle hasn't done anything to anybody.
100%. He just seems like he's on another level and just like lives his best life. So we'll see. Again, it to me, it felt like Captain Kerry was awakened from his sleep because of his shirt. It
Yeah.
didn't feel like it was just like I'm hanging out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that might be an issue if Captain was woken up. Which technically, I don't know if he can be woken up because he sleeps so far away. So you're right;
Mhm.
it could be just a nothing burger. We'll see. But y'all, I have some news now that
Okay.
the episode is wrapped up. Some outside news.
What happened?
Put your tinfoil hat on. This is very allegedly. Do not say Big Deck Energy from Rob as a podcast said it, okay?
We didn't say it.
But I feel like I gotta bring this to y'all.
Okay.
I saw this on the Twitters, so I looked it up myself, and I do find one article saying Below Deck's Captain Lee may make a comeback in season 12.
What? Boat Daddy is back?
This Boat Daddy is allegedly back. I found this on Dextero. So again, they're not like a not reliable source. And it seems like there, people are missing him. Correct. It's true. And Captain Kerry has gotten rave reviews, but the Cinemaholic initially reported that not only, are we getting a Below Deck season 12, Captain Lee will be returning. But I feel that it's alleged. And the casting is underway with the show is still seeking people to join the crew or be guests. We're us.
Yes, pick me, choose me, love me.
Let me be the pick me for this one. And of course,
Yeah.
Captain Lee hasn't responded to his potential comeback as of yet. And he is also hosting a murder series.
Oh.
So live your life, King. And he's recently thrown his hat to be on The Traitors season 3.
Yes.
If Captain Lee is on The Traitors,
If Captain Lee is a traitor.
Captain Lee he will decline it. Ugh, that's the problem.
Yes. This is so perfect. This is great. I'm excited. I'm ready because I've never seen a season of Below Deck with Captain Lee. I've only met him on Watch What Happens
Captain Lee
Live.
is strict.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
Let's
see.
You like it, but he's strict. I don't know how else to explain it. And his sayings are out of control. I would love for Captain Lee to be a traitor, but I think he would never pick being a traitor.
Yeah,
unless
and the
Kate,
chat is loving it.
bullies him.
You think Kate comes back for season 3 with Captain Lee?
Kate and Captain Lee are like, you don't even know.
Yeah. She comes back for season 3 of The Traitors, and they're both traitors from Jump. Hey, yeah, like let's cast it. Let's write the show right now, y'all. The chat's going wild. Everybody wants Captain Lee back on Below Deck, so let's keep our fingers crossed, y'all.
Yeah, so let's see. We have no idea. Thundercats is killing me. I will slow motion run through a field of flowers. Sorry. Have you watched Bollywood movies recently? Towards my television if Boat Daddy comes back. Agreed. I don't know. Again, very alleged. No one has commented on it. Y'all let me know. Let me know.
Yeah.
I just feel like I needed to share it with everyone because I can't sit on this. But that is it, Chappell, unless you had anything else.
No,
Perfect.
just shout out to the chat again. Yeah, the
Yeah.
all stars. Y'all
50
do what y'all
people
do.
strong.
Right, and everybody, listen. Our people, y'all show up. Some people weren't here today. I'm peeping y'all, but shout out to all of y'all. Matt Forrest, Cats, Lolly, Big T. Gotta go pack wherever you are. Zen Knitter. Yeah, we got the crew here. Okay. And we got more, many shout out to all of y'all. This
Yeah,
has been a great
Tara,
time.
love all
We
of
need
y'all.
we need all of y'all come back every week. Tell people about our below deck conversation because we're having a good time.
Yes, we're so excited y'all are here. So again, to join the conversation, you can watch us live on YouTube, on Rob Has a Podcast YouTube channel, or on the Bravo TV RHAPups feed. But we know y'all like to watch us more than listen. I think we're better as watched anyway because we have a lot of facial expressions. Either way, thank you so much everyone for listening. Make sure you leave us a 5 stars, please. 5 stars only. Help us out. Like the video. And with that, Chappell, where can the people find you?
I got too many plugs this week, so I would just say that I am guesting on the Free Agents podcast this week to talk to Matt and Scally about the traders, and I'm so excited to do that. You can catch me on RHAP doing coverage of Deal or No Deal Island, doing exit press for Deal or No Deal Island. Of course, you can find me on my own podcast, recapkickback.com as well. Go to recapkickback.com, go to our YouTube page specifically, and subscribe to the YouTube, and then you get to see all the Chappell content. But yeah, follow me on all social media platforms at Recap Kickback, and stay tuned for more.
Perfect. And as for me, you can follow me on Twitter at funsize_04. I, of course, have a pop culture vibes only podcast with Kirsten McKennis where we talk all things celebrity gossip on Mess Magnets on Rob Has a Website /mess feed. We just uploaded a video on YouTube actually asking where's Kate. And guess what? Our power, because Kate Middleton was allegedly spotted. So we have so much to talk about. Is it Kate? Is it AI? Is it Pippa? We don't know. Where's the mole? Either way, we'll talk through it all on Mess Magnets. So check that out. And I was also a guest on the Big Brother coverage where Rob Has a Podcast, Big Brother Canada. So check that out. We talked with Kevin on the premiere. So it was really fun. I'm honestly enjoying Big Brother Canada, even without live feeds. And of course, Bryce and I talk Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 11 as well. So check that out on the Purple Pants feed. And for everything else, again, just follow us. Thanks everyone for listening. Bye.